Welcome to another Numismatic Notes with Benjamin. I am Benjamin, and tonight I am sharing a topic that is illustrated by this 500 franc of France, but it is not a banknote, or it is not a video that's based technically on this banknote other than incidentally based on this banknote. I am telling you that there are times where there are dealers that you may have developed a trust in and have spent hundreds of dollars with, and then all of a sudden they can ruin goodwill with a single note. And I will be honest with you, up to the point of sharing the name in the video. If you have any questions or concerns, you're free to contact me offsite, as it were, and we'll discuss this more fully. And believe me, you'll hear me cussing as well as discussing this firm. I found them to be patronizing and insulting when I pointed some things out to them. And if I've given you clues that will help you figure this out, well, I don't even really apologize for that. They don't deserve me protecting their good name. They should be figuring out how to protect it themselves. And we'll just start from there. If you haven't liked or subscribed to my channel, please do so. And watch any of my more than 200 other videos, which are deep dives into banknotes or themes or investigations into the people that are on the note. So this is more of an educational video, and with that I'll get started. This is a France 500 francs of 1994, and it is a banknote I had wanted for a long time because it depicts one of my favorite people on a banknote, and I believe I've done a video, or I have one set aside to do, with Marie Curie and all the neat things she was able to do. She was a citizen of Poland, and she was a citizen of France, and she's on both of these countries, and she's buried in the Pantheon, so she's definitely somebody who deserves our respect, and she's won several Nobel Prizes, so I respect her for that as well. And this is a note that I'd wanted for some time. It is not a cheap note, but this firm, which always has coupons for percentages off on most holidays, as well as daily percentages off. You know, I think it's kind of nice, but you know, I'm kind of like percentages off coupons that are a daily thing, like I am about bonuses. If a company can afford to give you a bonus, they can afford to give you a pay raise. So, you know, without further ado, let me continue with this note. I bought this note as a BU note because that's what they advertised it at, and they had a pretty significant sale price of, like, I think it was 30 or 40%. I was very surprised, and it brought this note down within the range where I was comfortable to spend it buying a note. And you can see it's a pleasing design, very geometric. Motor vehicle here, Marie, her husband Pierre there, and on the back of the note we have a laboratory scene and equipment, and then up here we have atomic rigmarole. And you know, it's a delightful note. And then all too soon, you know, France got rid of this note in this series when the euro came into play, and so I was very pleased to buy this note and get it. And mind you, a CU or a BU banknote is crispy and it's problem free. So imagine my surprise when I get it and I'm excited. And then let me turn off the light and let me get my flashlight, and I will show you what I found. Oh Lord, I hope I can get back to my desk. Give me a second, y'all. I didn't think this through, but I don't want to reshoot the video, so bear with me. Okay, so I have my flashlight, and I want you to be able to see what I saw whenever I looked at this banknote. So here we have the banknote, okay? And whenever I got the note, I was pleased because of the design and everything, and then I noticed a pinhole up here. And at first blush, I'm like, you know, a pinhole doesn't have to be that big of a deal, because India, for example, has pinholes, and Singapore sometimes, and some of these countries that are Pakistan, all these countries that are around the Indian subcontinent commonly have pinholes because they were stapled or pinned together when they were issued. But France does not have that heritage. And so I saw that hole right there. You can see it right in the middle of Marie's hair. And I thought, whoa, wait just a second. And so then I took the banknote and I took my flashlight and I angled it to the side here. Do you see all those folds there? Do you see those folds in that corner? To be an UNC or to be an AU note, there can't be but a couple of those. And right there in that corner, there's two that go from the top down to the side. And then there's several wrinkles here, which makes this note look like it has been wrinkled and rolled up and perhaps put in somebody's pocket. And you get down here and you see folds here in the bottom quadrant of this note here. And then you go to the middle of the note. Do you see all those creases where this banknote has been folded up and put in somebody's wallet? What do you think about that? If I'd have bought this note as a fine note, I would have thought I lucked out like a bandit. There's a pretty serious crease up here in this corner, right there. And then down here, looks like a clean corner finally. Let's look at it from this side and see if it truly is a clean corner. And you see my technique where I just have the flashlight at the side like this, and I'm just holding my note out to look at it. It reveals all the folds. We have enough folds on this note that this note wouldn't even be an XF. Several severe creases. I'm counting at least 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, in the note. And then the corners, just about every corner is creased. Now let's look at it from the back side and see how it would look from this side. Yeah, lots of folds here. Even more folds are revealed. So your Benjamin got on the phone with the people that he bought this note from, and he said, I don't think that you should be giving a discount on a CU note if you don't intend on providing a CU note. And you know what they told me? Oh, look, there's a fold there too. This note has actually been folded and quartered. They told me that I should understand because the quality of the paper of French banknotes. And I said, you should understand that your clientele is not stupid, and some of us are actually experts in our field. And I said, you're talking down to me like I'm not somebody who knows anything about banknotes. And, I explained my numismatic resume to them, and I didn't feel like I needed to, but apparently they needed me to. And so in a rage, I hung up on them. And to their credit, they called me back instantly with several other people who wanted to talk to me and discuss this note with me. And I said, at this point, there's nothing to discuss. This is false advertisement. You persuaded me with a coupon to buy a CU note, and this isn't the goods you sent me. You sent me a note with the hole in it, and that has been folded to hell and back. And I just find that classless and insulting, especially whenever I call, and then somebody has the gall to tell me that you need to investigate it yourself. And I said I was absolutely having none of it. So I told them that, no, I'm not going to return this note. I'm going to keep this note, and I'm going to tell everybody and their dog that I bought this note from this firm, and I bought it as a CUBU note, and here's the price I paid for it. It's still a note I need for my collection, but it's a note that I way overpaid for based on the condition of the note at the time. So I'm going to tell you, I had spent hundreds of dollars with this firm, and since this event, I have spent very little with them because I found other dealers, and I'm just not apt to have to put up with people demeaning me or treating me in a poor way because of a mistake they made. Now, in all fairness, about 2 or 3 months after this, I did get a package that I hadn't solicited in the mail, and they did make this right, and because they made this right, I am not going to reveal their name in my video. But because they made this right, they also sent me a note that exactly matched the criteria they had of this note. So, unfortunately, I think there are places out there, whether they're bullion dealers or banknote dealers, whether they're U.S. or whether they're world, who will sometimes just see what they can sometimes get away with. And you have to be aware and don't be afraid to stand up for your rights. And if a firm decides that they're not going to deal with you anymore, thank God for that, and don't spend your money or waste your time on that firm ever again, because for every firm that has a lack of ethic, there's 20 that are trying to win your business and keep it. I'm Numismatic Notes with Benjamin. I'm Benjamin of Numismatic Notes with Benjamin. Please feel free to cuss or discuss, like and subscribe this banknote, and share it. Share it widely and cuss or discuss with me your thoughts, not on just Marie Curie, but on dealers and some of the sneaky ways they might try to come out on top when they have less than advertised. Have a jewel of a day.